Good morning, good afternoon, good night, dudes and lady dudes. Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, I've got a video discussing me, Michael, and Chris's final standings in our Vrains PACK-3 prediction list competition. If the title doesn't explain it, pretty much before Vrains PACK-3 anything came out, me, Mike, and Chris took it upon ourselves to kind of make a bet or a competition of sorts where we all compiled our own lists of 20 archetypes we thought would get a Link Monster in Vrains PACK-3, and then we kind of just waited and saw, and after Vrains PACK-3 got fully revealed, whoever got the most correct predictions on their list, the other two would have to combine and buy them a set of whatever they want, in the upcoming future. So, decent stakes, nothing crazy, but, not too shabby. If there's a set you like, the winner's just going to get a straight up, set to themselves, which is really nice, free of charge. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to go back through, the Link Monsters in order of how they got revealed and just go through which ones we got right and which ones we didn't. And, just do it that way. So, without further ado, let's start off with our first wave that from whiles back. This is over a month ago. We got the first 3 Link Monsters revealed from Vrains PACK-3. Those monsters include 5-headed Link Dragon, which is pretty cool. Obviously, nobody predicted this one. This one was like the most bizarre one in the entire pack. I don't know if anybody would be able to, pick this one out, but yep, he's here. Nobody gets that one. We have Selene, the Sacred Sovereign of Magic. This is an Endymion Link monster. Obviously, nobody picked Endymion. Not obviously, but I thought it was a weird pick because I don't know. Like, I thought that the, whatever you call him, the Daybreaker, Magical Warrior, whatever the new Link monster they got in their structure deck, I thought he might have counted as their Link monster. He deals with spell counters, but he's not technically an Endymion monster, doesn't specifically support Endymion, and I guess she took it out otherwise, took over that, stand. Nobody picked them, though. Next up, we have Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda. This card's insane, possibly the best Link monster in the entire set. Now, this is where Mike and Chris both got off to an early lead, both picking Predaplants here, which is a nice pick. I definitely thought about Predaplants, but didn't end up cashing in on it. I thought they just got support in the last legendary duelist, so I don't know if they double up like that, and they did happen to do so. So Mike and Chris sit at 1 after that first wave of support. Then we moved to the next wave, which was the introduction of the Crossroads Dragon, which is Rose Dragons. Nobody picked this one. A little too specific. Again, in the past year, Rose Dragons had already gotten a whole new wave of support, so I was kind of iffy on them, and they did it again, and that's kind of the downfall of some of the stuff I ended up picking, but still, I'm glad that it exists. Next up was World Keymaster Live, which, if you weren't paying attention to the leak that came out, well before anything, this was the one that they did not list. They got everything right, and they said, I can't remember the last one, and this was the last one. None of us picked World Chalice. We thought I think all 3 of us just kind of thought they already have a ton of Link monsters, as well as they just kind of put so many World Chalice and World Legacy cards in every set that why would they need to import it in Vrains PACK-3? But there she is. And the last one of this wave is Buster Blader. A really oddball one. All 3 of us are kind of we weren't even sure how a Link monster would work in that archetype, but it does, and it's here. And lo and behold, Mike actually threw a flyer out there on Buster Blader. He just knew. It's a fan favorite archetype. A lot of people love Buster Blader. Classic monster. And he thought just based on that alone, they could end up with a Link monster, and he was completely right. Total props on that one. So that will leave Mike up 2 to Chris's 1 to my 0. Still at this point, I'm still batting a donut at this point. And then move up to the first big wave where we actually get a good number of Link monsters all at once. We get 6 this time, I believe. First of which is Union Carrier. Now, this actually marks the first one I got correct because I did pick ABCs slash XYZs. I wasn't sure if it would be specifically ABCs. I mean, you can tell by the artwork, it literally has Union Hanger. In the artwork, it is an ABC Link monster first. It can be generic, but still ABC. So that was a flyer that I actually cashed in on, which I was very, very lucky to get there, I think. almost on Buster Blader's level. Mike and Chris did not put this one on there. Next up is Ancient Gear. Me and Chris had Ancient Gears. Oh, no. Yeah, we did. Okay, I was right. Me and Chris had Ancient Gears on our list, so we both cashed in there. They're evil heroes. Nobody had heroes just because we thought heroes have already been in Link Vrains pack and like Vrains pack 2. They already have like 3 of their own Link monsters. Like, why would they get another Link monster? But they did go the this is like specifically like evil hero support, so we didn't see that coming. Reptilian, none of us went after Reptilian on our list just because it just felt like such a unappreciated archetype that like it had a lower chance just because I think the fans are more few and far between. And just based on that, we wouldn't see one, but we do. And I'm actually happy it's here. I just didn't think it was likely. And the last one here is Melodious for this wave. Melodious is a big one here because Chris had Melodious. Yep, just Chris. And now the standings changed completely. So before this, Mike was up 2 to Chris's 1 to my 0. Now after this wave, these 6 Link monsters, Chris sits in the lead at 3. And then me and Mike sit behind him, tied at 2. I make a big comeback there. Me and Chris both do, snagging 2 in that wave apiece, which really, really helped us there. Moving to the next big wave. This was a huge one. I think this is 8. This might be 8 here, or 7. I think it might be 7. So first we have Mecha Phantom Beast Link Monster. This is where me and Mike catch up to Chris immediately. The first one revealed of the night. Me and Mike both tie Chris at 3. So we're all even at this point. Then we have a Abyss Actor Link Monster. I actually was very close to putting Abyss Actor on my list. I actually put Dynamis and Ignite because I knew there was a good chance some Pendulum archetype ends up on here. And I just thought fans more so like Dynamis and Ignite just based on design than Abyss Actors. I did think about Abyss Actors, but I didn't put it on here. And so, I whiffed, but my mind was in the right place. I'll say that. But nobody actually picked Abyss Actors. Nobody picked Sky Strikers because, again, Sky Strikers have 4 of their own Link monsters already. Why would we like bet on them getting a 5th one, right? Let alone a Link 2 and an archetype that's only ever had Link 1s. So nobody picked that one. Tenyi Spirit Sahasrara. Nobody picked this one again. Another archetype with 4 Link monsters already to its own. So like we didn't really think it'd get another one. So everybody whiffs on that one. Artifact, an archetype that like you'd think they don't actually like spam the board at all. So like maybe this isn't, but it's generic, so it does work. We just didn't think it was likely because the archetype doesn't really match a Link play style, but it does work, and we all whiffed on that one. Nobody picked Heralds because that's a ritual deck. Rituals don't tend to use the extra deck at all, other than like using what am I looking for? Stuff that sends extra deck stuff to the graveyard to get searches of ritual cards. Can't remember the names though. Samorg, another one where we just all thought Samorgs are like too new. Like why would they? This is like not even been an archetype before, and now we just see it's a fully done archetype, but it's only been around for a couple months. Would they really put it in like Vrains PACK-3 already? Well, you're damn right we did. It is, and none of us thought they would. And then Makashi's the last one here, Mayakashi. I think all of us didn't really want Mayakashi. They got 1 Link monster. It was a Link 2, and that's not even that card's not even good. So we thought, like, why would they get another one? Would they just redo a Link 2 and try and make it better? They made a Link 4. I don't think it helps the archetype much at all, but it's here, and we all whiffed on this one as well. So me and Mike hit my Mecha Phantom Beast, and then we whiffed on all the following 6, which is really funny. And then the very last monster here. By the way, after this, me and Mike hitting on Mecha Phantom Beast ties us all at 3. So going into 3, we have 1 Link monster left, and the last Link monster was the Bujin monster revealed today. And lo and behold, your boy was the only one with Bujins. Putting my total at 4 to Chris's 3, and also Mike's 3. We did it. I mean, I was very skeptical at the beginning because it was like 2 to 1 to nothing. I had nothing after the first 6 Link monster reveal, and I was like, ah. And then we found out about the leak, and I felt much more encouraged because looking at the leak, it was kind of clear that I would either tie at worst or end up with the straight up win. We do end up with the dub here, so Mike and Chris do owe your boy a set. I'll probably go with Ignition Assault. I definitely want to see what the pirate archetype looks like. If it's cool, I'll definitely want that. And if not, maybe I'll hold on to my my earnings until a set comes that I'm truly excited, truly pumped about. Because Eternity Code actually looks pretty clean so far. So maybe it'd be worth, once we find out what's in that set, waiting until Eternity Code. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know how many you got right. If you played along, if you actually did make a list of 20, let me know down below. Be honest. Be honest. Don't lie to me. Don't come at me saying, like, I got 17 right. No fucking way. This was so hard. I mean, I really expected one of us to have, like, I don't know, the winner maybe have, like, 7 right. But 4 won it, and the losers had 3. Like, it's harder than it looks. And we thought, like, after Link Vrains Pack 1 and 2, not only do we have a basis on what to kind of base our predictions on, but those are 40 archetypes that are taken off the chopping block, we thought, right? Obviously, Heroes still stayed on there, but, like, for the most part, you could take 40 of archetypes that you may have already thought wanted the Link Monster off there, but still, it wasn't enough. This is a really hard challenge, guys. But if you played along, let me know how many you got right, and holla at your boy. I did it. I'm proud of myself. But that's pretty much it. That's going to do it for us here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really excited to try and do something like this in the future. If there are any sets that are kind of like this that come out in the future that are like kind of like this, I'd love to do it again with Mike and Chris, and just, you know, or somebody else, I don't know, and just do you know, another prediction, you know, bet, whatever you want to call it, with them, and just see how it goes, because it's really fun. But that's pretty much it for me here today, guys. If you want to see more stuff like this for the future, subscribe to the channel as always. Just do it. Just do it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.